Hello, I'm Cassie. Welcome back to my allotment journey. I'm sat here on the 7th of January in my greenhouse. Today I'm going to be, perhaps foolishly, sowing some seeds. Now, if you watched my last video on growing onions and you're very observant, you might think my greenhouse looks a little tidier than it did, a little. And if you have noticed that, thank you. I spent a couple of hours clearing out most of the old plants, backing up my pots in different places and trays to get some semblance of order. So I'm feeling quite virtuous on the tidying greenhouse front. It's amazing though, us gardeners, how many of you have got a messy house? In fact, your house is messier than your greenhouse, and that's certainly the case for me. I should probably have been tidying my bedroom, but instead I chose to tidy my greenhouse. So today, encouraged, foolishly or otherwise, by a number of YouTube videos exhorting us that we must sow some certain seeds in January. And I know we don't have to sow seeds in January at all. But I haven't got much to lose, have I? None of us have got much to lose. If we put a few seeds in, keep back some and see if they grow in January. And if they do, and it gives us a little bit of a head start on those plants, then great. And if we need to sow some more a little bit later on, no problem. We actually enjoy sowing seeds, I think, don't we? So that's what I'm going to do today. Now, having watched a few more videos on sowing seeds, again, I am shamed into realising that I haven't been as diligent as I could have been with my methodology. And I know that people will be sowing things and starting them off in their houses at the moment because of the extra warmth, and that's very sensible. And if you can do that, do that. But in my house, we have 5 cats and they get everywhere. They are good at opening doors as well. So I just really do not want seed trays dragged around the house, tipped over clothes and whatever. So they are not going to be, I am not going to be starting off seeds in the house this year. I am, however, as you can see behind me, there is power into this greenhouse that has been carefully set up that enables me to have some grow mats, and I've got a Super 7 seed tray up there, which I will show you in a bit. So I am starting some off with some heat here in the greenhouse. It's probably not enough, but I'm going to give it a go. One of the other things that I feel myself scolded on is saying, I don't bother sieving compost. And you know, I never have. But when I was tidying up my greenhouse, what did I find? I think this must have been a 2 a.m. in the morning online purchase. I have 2 of them. If I can reach the other, yeah, 2 of them, slightly different sizes. And they're scoops of compost that I can then sieve the compost. So I've got them, might as well use them. And then Peter Mouth might be proud of me for listening to his videos on sieving compost. I've also brought some warm water out from the kitchen. It was hot when I brought it. It's probably not hot now, to make sure that I start the seeds off in a slightly warmer environment. And yeah, I think we're ready to go then. So today I'm going to be sowing. Now this is my lovely filing system for seeds. I have a big box inside with envelopes in that I can fold down and see that way. I'll definitely see that way. And this has got peppers and aubergines in it. And peppers and aubergines are what people tell us we can sow in January. But I'm also, possibly more recklessly, because it says to sow from February, but this year I am trying to do astounding things with dahlias. I want to be the queen of the dahlias in North Wales. Now, I'm not going to be a queen of dahlias with these anyway, because they're dwarf ones, and kind of I don't think you can enter competitions really with dwarf ones, but they've might look lovely, mightn't they? That's the point, really. So I'm going to start a few dwarf dahlia seeds. And I didn't even really think that you could grow dahlias from seeds. I mean, obviously, of course you can, but I thought you had to grow them from tubers. And I've got tubers. I've got tubers on order galore. I've got tubers sitting in dry stuff to keep them dry over the winter. I've got some sitting in the earth covered with stuff. So I've got lots of tubers, but I've also got, I also heard, it was actually Stella from Stella's Vegetable Garden said, oh, could I send her some dahlia seeds? And I hadn't even thought about it, but yes, of course, you can grow dahlias from seeds. So I'm going to try these. I'm probably going to get some more seeds when I find some, but I'm going to give these a go. It says February, but I'm going to give them even more of a head start. See what happens. I had a look at my pepper seeds the other day to see what did I think I would start off with. So those aubergines, I'm going to put them aside. And I thought, yes, I've really got to whittle it down to just a few. And could I whittle it down? I couldn't, really. So I think why not sow a few of all of the ones I've got, see what comes up, because if you just kind of cut it down to 2 or 3 and one fails completely, then you've only got 1 or 2. And yeah, so these are all my pepper seeds, and I'm just going to sow a few of each. Let's say 4 of each, and see what comes up. And if I ended up with, I won't end up with 4 plants. I know it just doesn't work. And even if I do, I'll give some away. So yeah, if I ended up with a couple, how many have I got? Oh God, it really is a bit excessive. I've just dropped one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops. 9 different chili plants. I can handle that. I can handle 9 if just to really get it down to 1 of each. 9 different chili plants. So what have I got? Now I've got some padron peppers. I heard Jenny going on about these padron peppers, so I'm going to grow these. Apparently these are the Russian roulette of chilies. 1 in 10 on the same plant are crazy hot. Lemon drop hot citrus pepper. This is a rare Peruvian seasoning chili. Small yellow conical fruit, intensely hot and tastes strongly of lemon. Well, that sounds exciting, doesn't it? So that's lemon drop hot citrus pepper. Then I've got these that I got from Home Bargains or something. Just hot peppers, but I think these grew quite well last year. I had 2 packets, I remember. I think they grew quite well, so there's another hot one. And then long slim cayenne. I'm going to try those. I don't think those are going to grow very well, but I'll give them a go. Then I've got some Bikino yellow, beautiful shaped peppers, it says. So I've got those. Then I've got 3 different sorts of sweet pepper. Sweet yellow stuffing pepper. Yeah, and that's a yellow pepper too. And then that's mixed sweet peppers, so mixed colours, sweet colour spectrum. Yeah, so that's a few sweet, several spicy, including some that I don't know whether they'll come up at all. And then I've got these chocolate chilies. Don't know if those will work either. So I'm going to give them all a go and sow a few of each. Let's see how I get on. So first of all, I've got to get this going to try sieving this compost. Right, where's it gone? Let's see how this works. I've not done this before, so this is the world premiere of Cassie sieving compost. Oh my Lord, I've had enough of this. I'm going to use what I've sieved. I'm so impatient. I'm going to use what I've sieved to go on the top bit and mix it with some vermiculite even. Yeah, I'll do that on the top, and then the bottom of the tray, which probably won't be used so much, I shall just line with stuff that I haven't sieved, because I am lazy. Right, so unsieved to the bottom of the tray. That's fine. So that's unsieved gone in the bottom of the trays. Now, where's my new vermiculite? Vermiculite. Oh, I tidied it up. It's in the compost bin. Put everything else on top of the compost bin, didn't I? Oh, that wasn't too difficult though. Right. How do I get into it? So I've just poured way too much vermiculite into my tray. Come on. Yeah, but there we go. Thank you. I was trying with these little things. Right. My husband has just turned up with the sieve. I'll sieve the rest of the oh, that's okay. Right, let's put all these in. Right. Still filling the holes, sticking there. It's not wet or anything, it's just... Oh look, so there are some quite big bits in there that we've got rid of. That's good. Right, where do I put these now? Oh, everything's falling over. Go in there. Oh no, I'll put it on top of the box. Oh my God, so disorganised. I'm trying so hard to be organised. Come on, come off there. Oh. Doesn't want to come. I think I have. Oh, that's lovely and sieved. Yeah, right. I'm mixing that up. I think I now have the right quantities of everything. There we go. Possibly a little bit too much vermiculite. I think it's supposed to be like. Oh no, is it 2 to 1? 3 to 1? I can't remember. But it is what it is, and that's what it looks like. So, oh, that does feel nice. 1. I think the next thing is for me to write some labels before I forget what is what. So I'm going to sit and do that. You do not want to watch me sitting writing labels, so I'll turn you off for a minute and come back to you when I've done it. I've written my little seed labels, and I'm now going to put to say the seeds. So hot peppers. What I like to use, I don't know if you've seen me use this before. Get the compost out of it. Oops. I have a little china dish that I put the seeds into so that I can see them really clearly, and then they easily come out of them into the tray. So it saves me trying to hold them in my hands and fumbling with those. I find it easier anyway. So yeah, I just want, maybe I'm going to go for 5. You know what? 5 of each. 1, 2, 3. come out. There we go, that's 5. Hold it back down, stick it back in. Let's speed this up a bit. Yeah, so that's how I'm doing them. They're covered with a layer of vermiculite, and I shall now, before I go out, put them into a tray. Water is still warm, so I'll fill that there. So I'm putting the warm tray up onto my warm propagator, actually, keep it warm. I'll put them in there to soak up the water. And then I'm going to put on 3 of these lids. So there they are now on the propagator. Soaking in some water for probably about an hour or so. And we shall see how they get on. So I hope you enjoyed this little update. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye bye.